The future for digital advertising is really now we need to start to understand actually the value of digital and what it drives in the offline space. The biggest challenge we have is that when digital was only a £1 or £2 billion industry in the UK, it was okay to test, it was okay to understand, but we now need to understand really at £8.6 billion last year, what is digital truly driving for advertisers, not just online but in the offline area.
I would say that advertising by its very definition is there to influence consumer behaviour. So obviously if consumers are not siloing what they do, they're not siloing mobile with TV and press, outdoor, all of those things are now not so much fragmented but part of the same experience, they're very connected, then marketers and marketing has to embrace that to reflect their ability to influence. So I would say de-siloing these concepts, understanding audience behaviour and then reacting accordingly across the whole spectrum.
Sure, digital advertising has to be personable, has to be customisable and relevant to the consumer, and I think the only real way to achieve that is through a programmable technique.
I think where the focus is today is using data to drive better targeting, and that's really on the targeting side of the equation. But there is a big part of the equation that isn't really been addressed yet, and that is, could we do programmable creative advertising and creative content?
If I had to pick just one, I would say is fragmentation. It's very, very difficult to have lots and lots of scaled systems that talk to each other effectively. So I think people need to understand interoperability and also then a level of consolidation of their platforms where it makes sense.
So the biggest challenge with programmatic advertising that we see, and certainly with our clients and from the publisher side, is the amount of money that actually gets spent in servicing the pipework from the advertiser to the publisher. And I think if you look at that in comparison to other markets, more efficient markets like television, the percentage spent on technology is a lot less. So we need to have much more consolidation and much more platforms that can do much better things.
I don't think it's anything new. I think we still need to continue to strive to provide transparency on what we're doing, to make technical jargon easy to understand, and to make sure that we're fraud-free, in-view, brand safe.